What's going on, guys? Papa Tez here with another video, and this time I want to talk about Yuki. Now, I just want to say that starting off with the video, this really is not going to be a guide for Yuki by any means whatsoever, because I have yet to actually use Yuki because of the amount that I've been putting into the other characters. Okay.
Skill issue.
So I've actually yet to really use Yuki. And I've just now really started getting into truly feeling like that I'm actually progressing and playing the game, right? So this is not a guide by any means. As you see, Yuki's level 40. I'm still I'm gonna get to the point where I use Yuki probably really soon, especially after this next update, because I think I'll actually be able to upgrade her with one of the amazing changes that they're going to be doing, which I'll do a video to kind of go over those changes and kind of the plans that I have for my team once that goes live. But the biggest thing that I'm excited to do is to use more of the people that I have, right? Like I have yet to use Cassius. I've yet to use Beryl. I've yet to use Yuki. I've yet to use Nia. So those are like four of the ones, the characters that I really want to use. But I want to kind of go over Yuki and go over a kit and what I think will be very useful with her. So let's go over the cards first. So of course she has the longsword slash here, so it's just damage. She has the rapid slash. She has kind of like the shielding. So those are the basic ones. All right. Now this one's where it gets interesting, right? So draw one attack card of this unit, increase damage amount of those cards by 20% for one turn. All right. So if we take a look at the epiphanies that she has, so she has a retain on it, right? Where she does 40% damage, which is super cool. She has another one where it increased the damage amount of attack cards of this unit by 20% um for one turn. So this basically applies to all the cards. Then this one is draw two and then decrease the damage amount of those cards, which to me this one's kind of like but I think you also get the damage decrease goes away on this one when you do it right. All right, then this one here, draw one attack card of this unit, increase damage amount of those cards by 20% for one turn, and then inspiration, so you draw one attack card of this unit. So I think this one basically draws two cards, right? Is what I kind of understand. It draws one, increases the damage of that particular card, and then it draws another attack card. So it kind of goes around or circumvents this portion. Then this one here draws one attack card a unit, and at the start of the next turn draws one attack card of this unit. So this one just kind of lets you put it into another turn. So this depends on how you want to play. Like if you're ready to go in, then this one's going to be nice. But if you kind of know that your next set is going to be the time that you go in, then I think that this last one's going to be super duper nice. But also getting the retain and then increasing the damage by 40, to me, that one is just so good because you can just leave this sitting in your hand until you actually want to use it. So you can actually set everything up. That's one thing that I love about retain cards is that it allows you to kind of set everything up. All right, so now you have the flash slash, which I think this is the big move here. So it does that damage to all enemies. This one here, 270 damage to all enemies. Inspiration decreased cost by 1. I'm still learning this one here. Same thing with this one about the inspiration and what it does. 180 damage to all enemies, decreases the cost by 2, which is awesome. Then this one here, which is 180 damage twice when it has the inspiration. So I guess when she has inspiration and these effects will take effect. And this one is nice too. The retain on this one, 320 damage plus 60 damage amount for each drawn card of this unit for one turn. So if you have 3 of her cards, that gives you 180 more damage. That's 500 AoE damage on a retain card. That is insane. And you can leave this in the hand until you get all the drawn cards, which is insane. And then this one here, the 300 damage when used, decrease cost by 1. So I think that this one is nice too, because every time that you use it, it's going to go all the way down and it's going to go all the way down to 0, right? So if you have like, maybe you have a super short deck that has this, I would think, or if you're able to just constantly pull this card back out over and over again, and draw it, that's what's gonna really make that one be really good. All right, so inspiration. When this card is moved to hand by ability, activate inspiration, excludes draw at the start of the turn. Okay, so cool. So basically, she gains inspiration when you draw the card out by her ability, which is the previous stuff. All right, so there is also, did we look at that one yet? Man, she has a lot of cards, right? All right, so this card is not discarded at the end of the turn. Um, this one, 150 damage, activates inspiration for one random card of this unit in hand. All right, the epiphany is you can retain this card and choose one card of this unit and activate the inspiration effect. That's amazing. That's amazing. Then this one, the retain and retrieve, so you can grab it back, activate inspiration for one card of this unit in the hand. So you can activate inspiration for basically 2 cards with this one. So you do it one time, then you do it again. Then this one, activate inspiration for all cards of this unit in hand. So if you have every card in the hand, then you can just activate, which is super cool. Then this one, it draws a card that has an inspiration effect while still doing 150 damage. And then this one decreases the cost by 1 of the trickery strike, which is really cool. So just a bunch of different ways to play with this. All right, then a freezing blade. When using a card of this unit with an activated inspiration, 60 damage to all enemies. So it allows you to basically upgrade your card. And then if you have the epiphany on this, so it can do 90 damage. You can start with this card with the initiation, so it'll place it on the top of the deck, right? Yeah, place it at the top of the draw pile at the start of the battle, so then you'll do the 60 damage to all enemies. And then this one, when using the card of this unit with an activated inspiration, 130 damage to a random enemy. So this one increases the damage to a random enemy. This one increases damage amount of attack cards of this unit by 30%. So instead of doing damage, you get to increase the damage you do by 30%. And then at the start of this turn, activate inspiration for one random card of this unit in hand. So you have different ways that you can play, which is super awesome. All right, then I think this is the last one, which is 180 damage to all enemies. Inspiration, add 1 hit, decrease damage amount by 20%. So this is the one that I think gets the when you get a copy of hers, the amount goes, this goes away, the damage amount goes away. So the double hit there is super nice. So that's the great thing about her, is she is fantastic in AoE content, but she's not as good in single target content. She sucks drastically in single target content. All right, so Skyscraper Cleave, which is her ego skill, 300 damage to all enemies, and move all attached cards this unit in hand to top of the draw pile, and plus 50% for each card move. So I think that's 50% damage for each card move. So it just, again, allows her to do a massive amount of damage and gives you just some really cool things to do with her. All right, so her partner, attack cards of this assigned combat drawn through that combat's ability gain 25%, and then damage amount for 25% damage amount for 1 turn. So you can kind of see the flow of her, like you kind of wanting to stack the damage up as much as possible so that she just hits really, really hard AoE and clears those ways very easily for you. And then also increase damage amount of the assigned combatants card that have inspiration by 10%, which is super duper nice. Super duper nice with that effect. Also, too, she has move 1 card from hand to draw pile and draw 1 assigned combatants cards. So I'm not sure if it's like both. Again, I haven't used her yet. I assume this is 2 cards. So you get 1 card from the draw pile, and then you get the combatant card there. So super, super duper nice. So super nice overall. My thoughts with her, I don't know. I want to use her with Hugo so bad. With Hugo so bad. That's probably not the right way to use it. But I'm thinking that might use her with Orle. I might just use her with Orle. Possibly. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I don't know. What do you all think? What do you all think? It kind of makes sense for that for me. Um, but we'll see. And I would like to use her um maybe with Nia, possibly. And I'm also thinking about Cassius. But these are people who I've yet to really play with, right? So my experience as of right now is a little bit limited with the people that I've been playing with, because probably within the next week or so is when I will finally start going through and playing around with some of these other characters like Kayron and Lynn. I mean, Kayron wants to be a main for me because, as you can see, he's +3, which is insane because I've drawn him just that many times. But either way, this is about Yuki. Again, this is kind of my look at Yuki. Again, this is not really a guide video, not really going to go through all the details of explaining how to use her and all that stuff. The other creators are doing a fantastic job of putting that information out there. So please go take a look at those videos from the other amazing creators in the space. And again, this was just kind of my first look, my first impressions and first thoughts of Yuki. No, it's a little bit late out there, but hey, got it out there. So thank y'all so much for watching the video and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye now.